Yes, guys, welcome back to Subbed Off Early Podcast. Myself, Tez, aka the Gaffer Tez,
And myself, George, aka Coach Carter.
and this is Coach's Corner. So, what we're going to talk about today
Yeah.
is grassroots football and sideline behavior from parents and coaches and family members
Boy.
and aunties and uncles and friends and whatever. So we're going to start off with one. Abuse towards referees.
Yeah, it's going a bit overboard. If I take into account all this season and whatnot, there's a shortage of referees as it is.
Yep.
So
And the referees there are all young coming through.
Yeah. So them receiving abuse, they're out of the game. Like they don't need to. I don't need to have this. Like £30. You guys can keep your £30. I'll keep my sanity. Like I'll just keep. You know what I mean. So even me, Tez, I referee a lot of our home games, and whatnot, and even me myself. Like you get people on the sidelines, kind of trying to talk to you a certain way and whatnot. Obviously, we have a different persona, so I let parents know from the off. Like if I hear too much, you're off the grounds, like straight. But obviously,
carry on games abandoned.
Obviously, but I'm looking at it also from a coach's perspective. I'm a parent, I'm a coach, I'm an owner of a club, right? So I'm looking at it from so many lenses and whatnot when I'm refereeing that it's easier for me because I'm not gonna take no BS from no one. So, but if you're a young, referee, 16 years old,
Don't know how to handle them
you don't know how to handle them situations, but you're coming in. For me, it's too much. I get emotions are high. We're not robots at the end of the day. Like referees are gonna get things wrong. Like all the time when I'm refereeing, when I speak to parents afterward, oh ref, what do you think about that decision? I'm just like, well, what about your kid that misplaced that pass? Did you get onto him for that? You see what I'm saying? The referee's gonna make mistakes, but trust me, I'm gonna guarantee that your kid has made much more mistakes in the game today than the referee.
Oh, yeah.
I'll probably guarantee that. So please, if you're not going to get onto your kid with that sort of energy, don't get onto the referee. And you're only getting onto the referee probably because maybe your team's not doing well or, you know what I'm saying, they're not making the right decision. So you got to blame somebody else and whatnot. Coming from experience from our club, I just make sure coaches, everything, we don't have that reputation about getting onto referees, especially like if it's a parent referee or whatever. I mean, some parents will call me after and say, George, listen, man, there's some blatant cheating out here. Like and whatnot, like I know you're playing against us and whatnot, but there's no need to cheat these kids, kind of thing. Like it's just I'm like parents, listen, I totally get what you're saying. It's just there's not enough referees to go around right now. That parent is volunteering, that's fine. But like I say, we have to have a different mentality. We've got to have a winner's mentality. If you put the ball in the back of the net, you don't have to worry about the referee. That's just my thing. Unless it's literally Tez blatant cheating, like with scoring goals, and he just keeps whistling that it's not a goal. It's not a goal. So, but other than that, take the situation into your own hands, put the ball in the back of the net and whatnot. But overall, this season, Tez, I don't know. But conduct on the sidelines, yeah. Like, people are just getting out way too big for their boots,
see
man.
this 25-26 season. 2025-2026 season. It's been crazy, man.
Crazy.
It's
fights.
Everyone's lost the plot.
Yeah.
Like, parents, coaches... Referees have even lost the plot. Social media, the amount of fight, not involving us or whatever, but the amount of fights I've seen on social media, it's just turned into a bit of a S show. I don't want to swear, but it's turned into a bit of a for me, one refs, cool. A lot of them are young. They're going to make mistakes. Yeah, one or two might turn the game around. I get it. Sometimes they might give a penalty that's not a penalty or give a penalty or offside decision. Cool. Like you said, you should be winning the game if you're going to win the game. But it happens sometimes, and I get it, you get emotional. You got to remember, Premier League refs make mistakes.
Yes. And they have VAR.
And they have VAR.
They have VAR
makes mistakes. Yeah. So when it's a 16-year-old, 15-year-old, 14-year-old, some of them 14-year-olds do like under 10s, under 8s, under 9 games, and people are going off at the ref. And I'm like, yo, this is someone's kid. Imagine if this is how I try and break it down to him. If I'm there and I've got a young ref doing the game, I'm like, yo, parent, imagine if that's your kid that grew up and people are screaming at him like that.
They don't look at it like that.
No, they don't. Yeah, but he shouldn't be refereeing. He's making wrong.
So who's gonna
but
ref?
in your opinion, that's so wrong. Because I thought it was a good challenge. He thought it was a good challenge. You're thinking, and then the person next to you, the little sheep that always jumps in with you, whoever that is, there's always a little sheep that's with the outspoken parent or whatever that's going off at the ref. Because even my lot, like when they start talking to the ref, my parents, I'm like, guys, leave the ref alone. Just leave him alone. Trust me, I get vexed at some of the calls.
Of course, I do too.
I'm like, yo, but all right, cool. You might have made a mistake. One of my coaches was reffing a game a few weeks ago, and one of my players got taken out. It was a pen. 10 seconds later, they've gone and scored. And I'm like, but I didn't scream and shout. I said, bro, why weren't that foul? He goes, yeah, I'll be honest with you, I got blocked off. I didn't really see it. So I was like, okay. But everyone saw it.
Everyone saw it from their angle. Yeah.
Like, he hasn't taken a ref course or a professional referee and knows exactly where to stand. He's doing this voluntarily.
So the match can go ahead.
Yes. So, especially with the young refs, man, guys, leave them alone, man. This is why the kids don't want to ref certain games. They don't want to get out there. Just leave the refs alone, man. I get it. And especially in the competition that we play on Saturdays, we've been getting a lot of older refs. So I like to question them sometimes because you lot do men's football and semi-pro and like to give it a big, yeah, look, I do this, I've done this game, I've done this academy game. All right, cool. So I'm going to question you on certain things because I want to know, just give me the reason on why you thought it was a foul. And then cool, I know your side. I got booked. I'm not going to lie, I've never been booked as a coach.
Tez, what is going on?
You know what I was doing?
Conduct on the sideline.
You know what I was doing?
You got booked.
I was sitting down. I didn't say one word the whole game, Only at my players, obviously. But I was sitting down, I was chilling. Their coach screaming at the ref. I said to the ref, what was that for? And I didn't even stand up. I was sitting down. He ran over and booked me. I said, are you all right?
Are you sure, Tez? You sure it was just that?
On my life, George. You know I'm active. I
know you're active, but I also know when you sit down, you sit down.
I'll sit down. I'm just sitting down. I'm chilling now. Like, whatever. I want my players.
Yeah.
But I just said, ref, what was that for? And he come over and booked me. And then I spoke to the ref after the game. He goes, I booked you because of this. I said, yeah, but ref, I wasn't aggressive towards you. I just asked you a question. What was it for? All you had to say was, your number 12 pulled him back or whatever it was. Yeah. And then he went, you know what? You're right. Like, He still put the booking through. So I was like, ref,
fine,
man. Like, I got fine. I was like, that's my first one, man. My name's been clean.
Yeah. But Tez, even you saying 25, 26, Tez, I've gone 10 years, yeah? 10 years with no issues.
That's what I'm saying.
Like whatnot. For some reason, this season, things have been creeping up and whatnot and whatnot. I'm not saying we've just always been innocent and whatnot, but things have just happened. Like, it's the energy all round grassroots football. It's not just any particular club or whatever it is, but I do think it's getting to the point, Tez, where we're getting to a new generation of young people that are now starting to start clubs. And they're starting clubs based on like how they've just come out of Sunday League football. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know, the adult Sunday League football when it goes off and this,
also,
that and the other.
I want to add to that, they've grown up in that social media.
Yes.
Kind of, we show everything that we do.
Yeah.
We show all our success.
Yeah.
We show this, we show that, we show we're the best. This is the club for us. This is what we do. So now everything's a bit of a show as well. Like, we can't lose to this team because guess what?
It's going to go online.
It's going to go online.
Yeah.
And even if we put it online, like they're gonna say they beat us. Because when I put stuff up online, majority of the time, this is like a big game. I don't really say who we're playing.
No, but
you know what I mean?
Tez, I know you do that on because you got the smarts, you got the respect. That's what it is. Come back to respect. Same with me in terms of I had an incident the other day. Not an incident, but a coach called me from a club saying, "Yo, obviously I know you lot won the game and whatnot, but look what's online." So it was one of our players and whatnot. I had to phone them up and say, listen, you better take that down now and whatnot, or you're suspended. You better take that down. Show some respect. You've won the game, and that's it. That's where it goes to. Don't start doing the online TikTok, this, that video. Guys, I get it. You're having banter between you and the opposition players because you guys maybe go to the different or same schools in and around the area. But listen, you're representing the club in that aspect and whatnot. Even trying to use the club badge and all that sort of stuff. I'm like, listen, you better take that down and show some respect. And to be fair to the kid, he took it down and whatnot. So, but this is the era that we're not just policing what's going on the pitch on the sidelines. We're now having to police things that are going on online.
Yeah. I think what it is as well, George, see, like with us here, because we're established clubs, we're known all over London pretty much, and certain other areas. They know who Parks Academy is. They know who Limitless are. So with these new generation, they want, and not even just the coaches, it's the players.
Yeah.
They want to make sure they know, we beat them. Because I've seen it in my comments. We played you and we beat you. Like,
Okay.
but the players will write it. It's
yeah.
like, we beat you 4-2. We smoked you. Like, it's like, all right. Like, like for them, it's like, yeah, we need to show that we're the best. Everything's a show. But I remember one of the comments, someone was like, we beat you 6-0. I was like, you didn't beat this team 6-0. You commented under this team's post. You didn't beat them 6-0 because you're talking about your right age group. And also, when we played you the next time, we beat you 8-0. You know what I mean? Like, but all of this don't matter. For us, it don't really matter. It matters about our club. Like, I'm so focused on my club.
Yeah, because we don't live in that world, Tez. As I said, it's a different
world.
It's a different. We don't live in that social media. Remember, a lot of these people that comment and stuff like that, they'll see you face to face. They can't say nothing. The same with certain coaches and whatnot. I'll hear parents or whatever come to me and say, "Yo, this is what this coach said about Parks and whatever it is." But when I see them, you ain't got that energy.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna get checked. So you don't have that same sort of like, oh yeah, this is what I said behind your back and whatever. Because they just live on that social sort of like, it's just a that social media world where I can type what I want and hide. Type, press send, hide. Press send, hide. Like stuff like that. We don't live in that world. So that's why I think the conduct, even like this season, the amount of fights that have been caught on video and this and that, and then people are just putting it out on social media straight away.
Mental.
Like, yo, this is what happened with these two clubs and whatnot.
I saw one team from East London fighting a team from South London. Like in a not South London, from Southend or Brighton or something. I was like, whoa, what's going on here? Like a big breakout, police are called. But that one was caught on camera. There's certain incidences that haven't been caught on camera this year, but I've heard about. And I'm like, what is going on this year? Like, I've been sent private videos of this happening, that happening.
That's
I'm
crazy.
Like, what is going on this year? Why is everyone fighting each other? This ain't the roads. Football has always been separate to the road. Football is football. The roads is the roads.
Yeah, but the problem is that people that are not even of the roads, there's people that
That's what I'm saying,
might know people off the roads and whatnot. They come with that attitude into football and whatnot. Like, Tez, I don't even need to mention no one and whatnot, but some of these teams' names that are coming out now, like, they're just like, how did you get accepted? You know what I'm saying? Based on with a name like that. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's happening and they're being allowed to do it and whatnot. And for me, it's a new age. Like, remember, Tez, we're not these grumpy uncles and whatnot that are saying, yeah, you guys, man, your generation is this, and this. No, there's some great young coaches up and coming. There's some great young coaches that are doing their clubs and doing their coaching, and they mean well. Do you know what I'm saying? But there's other ones that, like you said, they think this is the road. So what happens is they put that energy into their players. Then their players go out onto the pitch and represent that. That's what I always say. If your players are consistently involved in that mess and that sort of conduct, it comes from up top.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Like, Tez, if we were ever playing against each other and we were never there and we heard about what happened between us two, you know us two straight away. I'm dealing with my side, you're dealing with your side, and whoever's wrong, you better step up and apologize to what's going on.
And more time, we'll probably just get them all together and say, guys, this needs to end now.
We ain't on that.
This is all long.
We ain't on that. Everyone's from a similar area and all that sort of stuff. I'm not having people walk across the road and feel uncomfortable or walk to that estate and feel uncomfortable. That's not happening based on football. Leave what's happening on football in football on the pitch. After that, guys, go back to your lives that you're living and be comfortable and this, that, and the other. Not taking what happened on the football pitch. Like, we had an incident the other day where you got people hitting up some of my players, older players and whatnot online, like, yo, when we see you, this, that, and the other. Listen, I had to go to their owner and say, listen, you better check your players. I'm just letting you know, you better check your players because, listen, when stuff like that spills over and then we hear incident on social media or the newspaper or on the news and this, that, and the other, and they realize that, wait a minute, this incident started from playing football. That's where it started from.
And the thing is, don't get me wrong, like, there's some kids in this football game, right, that might be going towards a different lifestyle in the future. Like, I work with them all the time, I know you don't. Like, you got a few as well in your
Yeah,
own
I've had,
groups,
yeah.
But with my lot, like obviously, I can only go back to a couple of years ago where I had some certain members in my team, and like there was other kids that were giving it like some aggressive talk, and we had a girl in our team,
Okay.
who's obviously she's doing well now. She's playing for Tottenham. She's like 18 now. And obviously that was their little sister, if that makes sense. Like even though she was the same age,
Yeah.
that was their sister.
Yeah.
Yo, we're looking. This is part of our family. I remember like some boys started spitting at her and like calling her certain words, and obviously there was some members in my team. They don't like stuff like that. You can't talk to her in that sort of way. So obviously I didn't hear of the incident, but I got a phone call from the other coach saying, "Yo, Tez, my boys are scared." I said, "About what?" He goes, "Your boys are going ham on them. They've left social media, like at the park, once you've left, they've waited for, like, they've gone and found them on the road. And obviously they put threats out. And in social media, they're talking to each other and going ham." So I was like, "About what?" He goes, "Well, obviously them lot, like, we're still trying to say certain things." I said, "Bro, you got to understand, that's their sister."
Yeah.
Like, one, yes, she's a footballer.
And you protect females.
And they're protective of her. Like, that was our little star girl, you know what I mean? Like, it was like, yo, we're looking, that's our girl. Like, no one can talk to her. So I had to phone the boys. I said, "Boys, don't do it like that." You know what I mean? So I got to talk to them and say, "Yo, don't do it like that," because I don't want to come back. Because the coach is phoning me and he's saying, "Yo, my boys are scared." But I said, "Guys, but you see, when you're talking like this to certain people, you got to understand there's certain people in that club that are connected to other things, and you don't want them problems outside of here."
Nope.
That's why football has to stay in football. And everything else is out there. But the football world is too small. And just really quickly, I need to say this. Rest in peace, Junior Dean. Sorry, man. It just come to my head. Obviously, 16 years old, and I think his name's Sean. He's in a coma right now. His boy, tragic accident, man. I've met Junior a few times. I didn't know him like that. I'm not claiming I know him like that, but I met him a few times. He was always very respectful and stuff like that, and he was a funny kid. Obviously had a tragic accident, man. Heart goes out to all the coaches. He was a part of obviously a couple clubs from that we know, White Star, Southwark, a few other clubs as well, South London sides. He was around a bit. Tragic accident, man. Brought me back a little bit for a few years ago where we had a tragic accident with one of our boys. Never a nice subject. I saw a turnout for him, man. Looked like thousands of people and done a balloon release for him, which was nice to see. And a lot of people being supportive and helping out the families and stuff like that. So rest in peace, Junior, man. And Sean, hopefully you get a quick recovery, man.
100%.
Hopefully you push through.
100%.
Sorry, just had to jump, like, because I completely forgot to mention that. It just come to my head, so...
But the conduct this season has been woeful.
I just want to add to that, and I know we haven't got long on this subject. The coaches is set by you.
Yeah.
Coaches, the standard of their behavior is set by you.
100%.
Like, if you see me and George, parents can... I know a lot of parents have judged me because I purposely put the VO on the parents' side so I can hear the parents.
I know what you're saying,
I'll say the trick. And parents like, "This coach is a madman. He doesn't shut up." But you know what the coach does? He can talk, but the players will never be rude to any of you because they know that I'm on them. And yes, I set a standard of passion and winning and being, like, on football, just switched on. That's all it is. I never go ham on the ref. I never go ham on parents. I never go ham on the other team's players. If they go in and make a horrible challenge, I'm not on that. Like, yes, I might be like, "Ref, whatever," but who doesn't? That's just a natural instinct sometimes. But yeah, certain coaches, I see the way they break down. And when they're on the VO side as well, I can hear them. They're swearing at me, they're swearing at someone else. I can hear you. Yeah. But you see, for me, that don't bother me because that means I'm in your head for no reason because you've got a mentality that's weak. For me.
They ain't going to say it to your face. But, and also, Tez, as well, when you say coaches set the example and whatnot, even go back to an example today, I was refereeing a cup match for one of my age groups, versus another team. Now, we're winning, I believe, 3-1 at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Ball's going through my striker and their defender they're both running to the ball, having a little tussle, arms, this, that, and the other. And obviously my striker swung out
What,
at the player, at the player, kind of thing. And everyone's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Now, everyone's kind of looking at, I guess, the referee. Who's the referee? It's me. I brought in the player. Said, listen, man, you can't hit out at no one. Sent off. Gone. Now, anyone could have looked at me and said, oh, you know what? He's the referee. He's the owner of the club. Probably wants his team to win. But no. Set an example. But that player is much bigger than winning this game. So I know certain parents on the sideline probably think, oh, George, like, yo, that's your own player. Like, that's a bit harsh. Yeah, but you guys don't understand. If he doesn't get checked now, he's going to do it again and think he's all right and whatnot. And an official referee would send him off straight away and whatnot. So he needs to know the error of his ways in terms of you've cost your team just by doing that and whatnot. So obviously he's apologetic afterwards and obviously we move on and stuff. But these are the examples you set for your players. Because now your players are looking at, wait a minute, our head coach was the referee and he sent one of us off. Yeah, because it's bigger than the game.
It's standards.
It's bigger than the game, guys. It's bigger than the game.
You know what I mean? This is life skills. You can't just there's a consequence for every action, right?
Yeah.
So if you're going to react in a certain way, then you got to face the consequence. Doesn't matter.
That's what it is. And he would just learn from it. And probably he's going to check his emotions on the pitch the next time he feels to throw a punch at someone or swing his elbow or whatever it was and this, that, and the other. And he ain't going to do it.
Yeah. Like I said, like the standards are set, isn't it, by everyone. Like with my players, they're not really allowed to swear like that around me. There was only one or two games where I said, granted, you're allowed to swear. You know what I mean? Because, and I'm talking about the older ones. I'm not talking about, like, it's more the 16-year-olds that I've been working with, under 16s. So obviously they're kind of going into young men now, you know, about to finish their GCSEs and whatever. But I'm looking at them, and there was only a couple games where I let them swear. I say, you know what? You're allowed to swear. Because today, I get why you're swearing. You know what I mean? You're emotional. But calm it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, don't overdo it. If they do it on the pitch on a regular, I don't have that, George. But I can see certain coaches, they go ham, swearing at the ref, swearing at this, swearing at that.
But even, Tez, I even had a coach, like a few months back, phoning me saying, yeah, incident happened between your player and my player. And this, and I'm like, okay, cool. So who kind of started it? Oh, I think it was our side that started it. Well, okay, so how did my player react? He reacted how he reacted. Oh, okay, cool. That's pretty fair, innit? Because that's what would normally happen in real life. But you know, George, obviously I don't want to like take it down the road. So whoa. You're phoning my phone to tell me that your player was in the wrong and my players protected themselves, but you're talking about you don't want it to go on a road thing. What are you talking about? Check yourself first before you come on my phone and whatnot. And this is a person fresh into football. I'm like, yo, who do you think you're talking to? Like, kind of thing. Like, yo, you're supposed to be coming on my phone, probably apologizing and whatnot, and saying, you know what, I'm going to speak to my player.
This is the mentality again of certain people.
It's just mad.
And sometimes it's the people that are coming into the game. Their mentality is all over the place. They're not stable humans. Like, they react like this themselves. But then again, it's down to the parents. Know who's in control of your kid.
No, that's true.
You know what I mean? It's down to the parent. Like, you might go to a club. If you're thinking it's not the right fit, don't go there.
No, that's
true.
I've
had the other side of things where I've had players swear. I've had players break down and go home. And the parent rings me, Tez, what happened? And I'll break it down to them and say, this is what happened. If you want, get your child here, get your partner here, whoever it is. Let's speak, and these are my rules. This is why he broke down and swore, and this is why. One of the parents, I remember, and credit to her, she turned around and she said, Tez, I agree with your coaching, your teaching methods. You've got a bit more of an old school discipline to you. Yeah. Yes, because this is life. Life isn't fair, guys. Sometimes things are not going to go your own way. You can't be emotional, and you can be emotional,
but you got to have intelligence.
And to the emotion.
You got to have intelligence.
Yeah. Emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence. That's what you need to have. Yeah, and whatnot. You can't just lash out.
I think what's happened, especially like this year, there's passion and then there's toxicity.
Yeah, like, it's just used in the wrong ways.
And it's the passion's here, toxic side is here. And
trying to mix it up. They're just trying to mix it up.
It's just going like this now. Like you're confusing passion with the toxic side. And it's like...
Or living through your kids.
Yeah,
Like,
that you got parents, you got coaches, and
Yeah.
coaches are living through their players. It's like, guys, everyone is there to be developed.
It's cool.
And yeah, whoever, you know what I mean, you can't force the issue. So
It's what it is, guys.
Yeah, man. But what we're gonna do anyway, coaches corner every week.
Yep.
Different stuff. I think we got a grassroots special gonna come out soon.
We've been saying it will come, guys. It will definitely
Yeah, we done
come.
one
It'll
early
definitely
days,
come.
but we're gonna go over it and
Yeah,
we'll speak
it will
again.
come.
But there's a lot. But again, we need questions. We're gonna be uploading more frequently. You're gonna see Coach's Corner, the main episode. You're gonna have subbed off early. We're gonna do drafts. We're gonna do random games. Like little competitions between me and George.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. Appreciate you all as always. Subbed off early podcast.
Nice one, guys. Next time.